Welcome to State of the NFL Part 2. Let's talk about what else the NFL has to do before the new league year starts. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to talk about is overtime. When the Patriots won against the Chiefs, there was some talk about maybe the NFL should change up overtime again so that each team does get a chance, so that even if the first team that possesses the ball gets a touchdown, the other team does get a chance. I really want to answer this question for you guys. And again, if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. I do want to hear your opinions, but let's just answer this question. Short answer, I have no idea. Long answer, one of the things that Roger Goodell and the NFL have been trying to do is make it so that these games are not so long. That's why they shorten the overtime period. That's why they've done so many things to try to slow down the game a little bit so that we don't have long game periods. Should they change things up? Well, here's the thing. It is tough to get a touchdown on the first possession of overtime. It really is. However, does that mean that the other team's offense shouldn't have a chance to do it? Especially when you have a kid like Patrick Mahomes? That coin flip, that could really determine it depending on what type of offense you have or what type of defense they're going up against. Look at the Chiefs. They have one of the worst defenses in the league. You're going up against the Patriots, who had dominated them all night, and they just couldn't slow them down, especially on third down. And really, there's a strategy to this. You're trying to figure out what's the best way to get down the field, whether it's running the ball, whether it's trying to get it to your best playmakers or trying to spread it out. It's really a strategy when you get to overtime. It becomes a whole new game. I know, it's a cliche, but it really does become a whole new game because now you're trying to figure out what's going to work best against this defense in overtime. So again, short answer, I have no idea. Now anybody that's got any suggestions on how they could do a new overtime, let me know. Let's talk about some rule changes that the NFL should do. One thing is, a block kick should go against the special teams that's trying to block for the kicker, not the kicker themselves. How the NFL does it now, a block kick goes, well, it pretty much goes as a missed attempt for the kicker, and I really think the NFL should make a stat that tells you when a kick gets blocked. Because it does happen a lot, these kicks that get blocked, and the kicker's the one that gets blamed for it, and it's just not fair to them that should go against their stats when really it's on the line that's trying to block for them. Now, why should the kicker get blamed when he's got no control over it? It's just not fair to them. It should go against the line that's trying to block for him. It's ridiculous that the NFL still has the block kick as a missed field goal attempt on the kicker. That's just not fair to them. This is something that the NFL might be talking about. Should the NFL change up the roughing the passer penalty again? We got too many calls for roughing the passer that just looked like normal tackling, and it's really tough for these defenders to try to sack the quarterback or to try to get pressure on him when they're afraid of getting hit with roughing the passer. The NFL's got to figure out if they want to change it up again so that these calls don't happen. Now, later on during the season, the refs did make up for it a little bit. They let them play a little bit. However, there were still some calls that really just didn't look like roughing the passer. It just looked like a regular tackle. So the NFL, should they try to clean up the language or try to fix the roughing the passer penalty again? I don't know. And I don't know what the NFL is going to do, but that is something that maybe the NFL should talk about. And another thing, this has been a big topic over the years, kickoffs. Is the NFL going to do anything more with kickoffs, or are they just going to get rid of them entirely? They've already gotten rid of the wedge blocks and the fact that the kicking team has to be at the 35-yard line. They can't run up to the ball anymore. They have to stay at the 35 and wait till that ball is kicked. They are trying to make kickoffs safer, and Roger Goodell has talked about that he doesn't want to have to get rid of kickoffs, but if that's what it takes for player safety, he'll do it. Is this the year where we're going to see kickoffs actually being taken out of the game? That would be a shame. However, they're already becoming boring. Most of them are touchbacks, and those that aren't, they don't really go anywhere because really they're starting from the 35, not the 30 anymore. And the kicking team can just get down there easier. And the kicking team can just get down there faster because the game has gotten faster. Really, the NFL has to figure out what they're going to do with kickoffs this offseason. And if it's not this year, it could be a few years down the road, but we may see kickoffs disappear from the game entirely. And the last thing the NFL has to figure out is something they figure out every year. It's what is the salary cap going to be? They do this every year, and last time I checked it, it is expected to go up again. but just by how much, I'm not sure. The salary cap, that's something they figure out every year. I just thought I'd mention it. Alright guys, so that was State of the NFL. Thank you for watching. And next up is going to be the state of the AFC East. See you then.